Viktor Gyökeres, a name that only a few football fans paid attention to a couple of years ago, yet today, he stands as one of Europe's deadliest strikers, and Arsenal's new hope to bring glory back to North London. His story isn't just about transfers and goals, it's about persistence, hard work, and a relentless desire to rise to the top. Born on June 4, 1998 in Stockholm, Sweden, Viktor grew up in a modest environment where football was more than just a sport. It was a dream. Inspired by the legendary Zlatan Ibrahimovic, young Gyokeres always believed he could carve his own path. Known for his tall frame, physical strength, and tireless work rate, he stood out in his neighborhood matches, but more importantly, he carried an inner fire, the will to succeed no matter the odds. His first real step into professional football came at IF Brommapojkarna, a club famous for developing young Swedish talents. Between 2015 and 2017, he made 56 appearances and scored 20 goals, earning a reputation as a natural finisher. Scouts across Europe began to take notice, and it didn't take long before English football came calling. In 2017, Brighton and Hove Albion secured his signature. For a 19-year-old Swede, signing with a Premier League club was a dream come true. But reality hit hard. Opportunities were scarce, and in total he made just 8 first-team appearances for Brighton. The Premier League spotlight seemed too far away, and critics quickly labeled him a championship-level striker. To gain experience, Gyokeres went out on loan spells. His first was with St. Pauli in Germany's 2. Bundesliga, where he scored 7 goals in a season and grew in maturity and discipline. Next came Swansea City, back in England's championship, where he netted 3 goals but showed glimpses of his positional awareness and pressing ability. Despite these efforts, Brighton never truly gave him the chance to prove himself. But fate had other plans. In 2021, Viktor joined Coventry City, and it was here that his career exploded. Under Mark Robins, Gyokeres transformed from a promising forward into one of the most feared strikers in the championship. His blend of pace, power, dribbling, and clinical finishing made him unstoppable. In his second season, he scored an incredible 21 goals in the league, and the season after that, he went even higher with 22 goals and 12 assists. Coventry came close to Premier League promotion, losing in the playoff final, but Gyokeres had already proven his worth. Fans began comparing him to the likes of Erling Haaland because of his relentless style and ability to bully defenders. Journalists described him as the championship's Haaland, while coaches praised his work ethic and professionalism. By now, top clubs across Europe were knocking at his door. In the summer of 2023, Sporting Lisbon made the bold move, paying around €20 million to bring him to Portugal. Many doubted whether he could adapt to top-level European football, but Gyokeres silenced the critics immediately. In his debut season, he scored 43 goals in all competitions, a mind-blowing tally that made him one of Europe's most lethal strikers. He led Sporting to win the Portuguese league and cemented himself as the star of the team. His pressing, ball control, and ruthless finishing turned him into a complete striker. This incredible rise also boosted his role in the Sweden national team. Since making his senior debut in 2019, he became a regular figure, scoring crucial goals in World Cup and Euro qualifiers. For Sweden, he represents not just a goal scorer but a future leader, the one expected to carry the team after the Zlatan era. And then came the move that changed everything: Arsenal. In 2025, Mikel Arteta pushed for the signing of Gyokeres, seeing him as the missing piece in Arsenal's attack. The club invested heavily, believing he could be the man to deliver Premier League and Champions League success. Fans were both excited and anxious. Would he replicate his sporting form in the world's toughest league? It didn't take long for an answer. In his very first matches, Gyokeres impressed with his movement, pressing, and link-up play. But the special moment came when he scored his first goal for Arsenal, a thunderous strike that sent the Emirates Stadium into absolute chaos. The crowd chanted his name, and suddenly, the skeptics began to believe Arsenal might have finally found their lethal number 9. What makes Gyokeres unique is not just his goals, but the way he plays. He's strong enough to hold off defenders, fast enough to beat them in sprints, and intelligent enough to create chances for teammates. He's not a one-dimensional striker. He's a complete forward, a nightmare for defenders, and a dream for any coach. Today, Viktor Gyökeres stands at the peak of his career with a bright future ahead. His journey from a young boy in Stockholm, to struggles at Brighton, to domination in Coventry, glory with Sporting, and now, the bright lights of Arsenal, is a story of resilience, patience, and pure talent. So here's the big question. Can Viktor Gyökeres lead Arsenal back to Premier League glory, and perhaps even Champions League triumph? Fans are hopeful, experts are watching closely, and the world is waiting to see how far the Swedish striker can go. If you enjoyed this story and want to follow more football journeys like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and stay tuned for more epic football content.